Malcolm Turnbull has rejected suggestions the date chosen for 5 upcoming by-elections was a political ploy aimed at clashing with Labour's National Conference. The Prime Minister said it was outrageous for Labour to win, for the Australian Electoral Commission's advice to Speaker Tony Smith was designed to advantage the coalition. The Electoral Commission is utterly impartial and non-partisan, he told reporters on the NSW Central Coast on Friday. Electoral Commissioner Tom Rogers said the optimal, July 28 date was chosen to avoid school holidays and allow candidates to comply with new regulations to declare they are not dual citizens. But opposition leader Bill Shorten said the sneaky delay will leave about 500,000 people without representation in the federal parliament for 3 months. He insisted the date was selected by the government, which he said had no problem ensuring by-elections happened quickly. Last year when coalition MPs were forced to resign, all of a sudden, we've got every excuse under the sun why it can't happen quickly, Mr. Shorten told reporters in the Brisbane seat of Longman. Last year's by-elections were the only ones held on those days. There has never been 5 by-elections held on the one day in Australia. The polls in Longman, Braden, Fremantle and Mayo were triggered by resignations of 3 Labour MPs and an independent due to their dual citizenship. In Perth, Labour MP Tim Hammond resigned for family reasons. Mr. Turnbull blamed Mr. Shorten and his MPs for denying the legal reality the High Court would rule them to be ineligible. Finally, the law caught up with them, Mr. Turnbull said. If Bill Shorten had wanted to have the by-elections in these electorates earlier, his members should have done the right thing and resigned last year. Senior Labour figure Anthony Albanese said it was beyond belief the Commission hadn't taken the clash of dates into account. Mr. Albanese accused Mr. Rogers of giving confused evidence to a Senate estimates hearing over how he landed on the date. It is incomprehensible to me why it is that this one day of the term, 5 by-elections have been called, Mr. Albanese said. Labour National President Mark Butler confirmed the party would not hold its conference on the same day as the by-elections, with its executive committee to meet on Friday. He is outraged at the purely political date, which he said was a disgraceful indictment on the Turnbull government. Cabinet Minister Christopher Pyne said voters couldn't care less about the date of the conference. I think the ALP looks like a spoiled child at the royal show who hasn't got the ice cream that they asked for, Mr. Pyne told Sky News.